everyone. I hope that you've all had a great week and you're doing well. Today we are on Misty Keep, my Candycore island, and we're working on a small 4 villager neighborhood that I actually had no idea what I wanted to do when I started on this build, except that I wanted to place 4 villager homes here. And since most of these villagers are not actually going to stay here on the island, I didn't really give their yards much of a personal touch, like at all. So that is something that I might go ahead and change in the future, unless I decide that I just really prefer them to be generic on the outside. Who knows? But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and place the 4 homes. And here's Rodney moving into his spot. Yeah, and we're ready to get going. So as always, I like to have an in-game path laid out so that it'll show up on the map. However, I wanted to do something really cute with this frosting cone path that I like to use. So this is kind of my creative brainstorming process, and eventually I do come up with this cute, thick, squiggly pattern. And here I am just showing you guys exactly how I laid it out, just in case you guys want to do something similar. But I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. It's one of my favorite paths on my island right now. And out in front of all of the villager homes, I placed these cute, colorful Pez paths, which, I mean, I don't know if I'm just old, but I just remember eating so many of these, and the thing is, they're not even good. They taste like chalk. I can't be the only one, right? Like, you guys have had them too, right? I'm not old. Just tell me I'm not old. Anyway, so once these paths are placed down, I start working on this other path here in the middle below the ramp here, and I struggled so hard on this. I don't really know why. It's not that complicated, but eventually I do land on my all-time favorite flower grass path that I use everywhere on this island, and I think it came out pretty good, so I'm proud of that. And now it's time for me to start decorating, placing trees first so that I know where everything is going to be laid out and what space I have for items, and I get to work. Now, working on this neighborhood did get me thinking about the villagers that I do want to move onto the island, since, like I said before, most of the villagers here aren't going to be staying. And since Candycore isn't really much of a popular or a mainstream theme, I wasn't really able to find any lists from other creators on YouTube, or YouTube is the only place that I look. But I wasn't able to find any lists about the best villagers for my island, so I was kind of forced to think about it and come up with my own ideas, which is hard. But since my version of Candycore is, it's kind of a blend of other themes, I wasn't completely in the dark. Like, I take a lot of inspiration from Kidcore and Fairycore themes and just try to inject like added sugars into that, So when thinking about the types of villagers I should include, I decided to look there for inspiration as well, So I made a list. Obviously, the top of my list are the villagers that I have here that I do plan on keeping, and those are the Sanrio villagers, Chai and Etoile are the two that I have, as well as Judy. I do like her and I do plan on keeping her. I know that Judy is one of those that people, they either love or they hate her, and I love her. She is so cute. Oh my goodness. She's just so cute. I can't not have her here. And then of course we had to include the villagers that were obviously sweet themed. So meringue, cookie, candy, tangy, mint, you know, bonbon, all of those, they definitely fit the theme. And then I grabbed a few more from all of the different personality types that were colorful or cute or sweet looking, or they just reminded me of some sort of candy or fruit or anything. And I put them all on this diagram. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of it. Let me know if you guys agree with it or if you disagree, if you think somebody should be added or removed. Nobody say Jitters, because here's my reasoning behind that. Jitters honestly is one of my favorite characters. I don't care if anybody disagrees. He looks like he is on so much caffeine, and he is like on the greatest sugar rush that I've ever seen in my life. And that's the kind of vibe that I need here on my island. That if that's not Candycore, I don't even know what is. Now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of now want to do a villager hunt searching for Jitters. How many people have done villager hunts searching for Jitters? I'm gonna guess the answer is 0, because nobody cares about Jitters, and they should, because he's a good boy. He's so cute. That very well may be one of the next things that I do. So, the villager hunt for Jitters, definitely 100% on the list. If you guys have any suggestions about who should go on the list that isn't already there, go ahead and let me know in the comments. If you would like me to further explain why I put those that I put on the list, let me know and I will do my best. Or, if you guys are also doing a theme that maybe isn't so common and you're having a hard time compiling a list of villagers that would work for your island, maybe I can help. Let me know in the comments and maybe I can put something together, because it turns out I'm not as bad at this as I thought that I was. So, I mean, hopefully you guys think the same as well. I could just be, full of myself right now, but we're not gonna get into that. So I'm getting pretty close to finishing up my villager yards here. They are pretty generic, like I said, and not a whole lot of personality. There's a little bit, but nothing too serious. I did make that little barbecue area over there earlier, which I thought was super cute, and I had a little trouble with the fencing that I thought that I would like, but I ended up not liking too much. That's okay, part of the process. And I'm working on some final touches here, decorating with some umbrellas. I'm going to be placing some shrubs here in just a moment, and I will be done. I know I didn't talk too much about the build while I was building, but I just got so excited about villagers, and I took so long building this that I kind of forgot what I did, to be honest. But here's the final walkthrough of the villager neighborhood. It's cute, it's sweet, it is not complete, I don't think. Maui? I apologize, my cat was yelling at me. But anyway, I may make some changes when I replace these villagers with ones that will stay here. Um, which ones from my list do you think would fit in the best here? Maybe some of them would already work with this decoration. I have no idea. Probably not. I might actually go back and customize it a little bit later on, but as for now, this is what this looks like. A lot of the reason that I did this was actually to get these villagers their homes out of all the space on my island so that I would have space to do the builds that I want to do, because they were just kind of scattered all over the place. So I needed to give them another spot. My cat is on my lap and he is acting so crazy right now. He needs a lot of attention. Please give me 1 second. Yeah, my cat just got his body wrapped in the cord for my headphones, which I'm charging while I'm using them right now. So that was a little bit of an adventure, but it's fine. Everything is good. And I'm all done with this build and this video, and I really hope that you guys like this as much as I did. I hope that you guys had fun watching it, and I hope that you guys like my list of what I deem to be candy and sweets core themed villagers. If you guys did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so you can be notified whenever I post. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.